Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something I think pretty much everyone bumps into, small talk.
Oh, yeah. Those little chats.
Exactly. You share this really interesting piece that dives into the rules, the sort of cultural traps, and this is what really caught my eye, escape routes.
Graceful exits, yes. Very important.
Our mission today is basically to pull out the best bits, the useful stuff, so maybe these chats feel a bit less painful.
Yeah, it's definitely a shared thing, that feeling of being a bit stuck, right? The source you sent, it really nails that awkwardness.
Mm-hmm.
The weather comments, the slightly too personal, so what do you do
No,
question.
totally.
And I liked how it framed small talk less as a real conversation and more like, well, like a performance art, which I guess fits with wanting interactions to be, efficient and authentic.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's get into it. The source talks about the 3 golden rules of small talk.
Uh-huh.
Rule 1, ask, don't tell.
Right.
So the bad example they give is just blurting out, I hate Mondays. Kind of a dead end conversationally.
Yeah, a bit of a downer.
But the better way is to flip it and ask, how's your Monday going?
And that little shift, it's subtle, but it changes everything. You're not just projecting your own mood.
Right.
You're inviting them in. You let them set the tone. Maybe they hate Mondays too. The source even hints it's a bit strategic. Let them complain first.
Ah, interesting. So you gauge the mood.
Exactly. You get a little intel before you jump in.
Okay, rule 2, match their energy. Makes sense. So if someone's super upbeat, loving the sunshine, you kind of meet them there.
You mirror it. Yeah.
But if they're more like, Mondays, right?
Mm,
You join them in that feeling.
exactly. It's about finding that immediate connection, that rapport, even if it's just for a second. It's a basic social thing, right? Mirroring. We do it subconsciously.
Yeah, true. It builds that quick bridge.
Even if it's fleeting.
And the third rule, this one I think is brilliant, have a pre-baked answer.
Ah, yes.
The shield.
Especially for that classic, how are you? The advice is to have something short, neutral, maybe even a little boring, ready to go. Like the example, not bad, just finally got my coffee.
Exactly. It handles the ritual without
Ugh.
requiring a huge emotional download.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? How are you? Often isn't really asking how you are.
Right. It's more like
Hmm.
a hello plus free.
It's an opener, a social script. So having that simple, low-effort reply it navigates that smoothly. No pressure to overshare.
Yeah, totally avoids that deer in headlights feeling. The source actually had a funny little story about this going wrong.
Yeah.
Someone said living the dream to their boss,
Oh, no.
and the boss just deadpanned. Nightmare counts too.
Oof. Yeah, that's a perfect example of mismatched energy or maybe just unexpected honesty.
Total clash.
Yeah.
Shows how easily it can go off the rails.
Definitely highlights the delicate dance it can be.
Okay, let's shift gears. The source lays out what it calls the holy trinity of small talk topics. Number 1, no surprise, weather.
The old reliable.
Its predictability is its strength, apparently.
Well, yeah. Everyone experiences it. It's like the ultimate neutral ground. No potential arguments there, usually.
True.
And the source had that great point about Britain, how complaining about the rain together is practically a bonding ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the-
shared misery.
It's a readily available shared experience. Always there.
Okay, next in the Trinity, work. But, and this is key, vaguely.
Right. Keep it light.
The suggested question is just keeping busy, which the source translates as I'm making polite noises.
Which feels pretty accurate sometimes, let's be honest.
Totally. And the big danger zone, asking about salary.
Oh, yeah. Definite no-no. That can get awkward fast.
Why is that, do you think? The source implies it's about status.
Well, yeah, it often gets tied up in that, doesn't it? Status, success. It can feel really intrusive and lead to uncomfortable comparisons. Best avoided in casual chat.
Got it. Keep it surface level.
Pretty much.
And the final part of the Trinity, generic compliments. The source calls this the cheat code.
I like that. Like a simple love your shoes can apparently eat up a few minutes pretty easily.
Yeah, love your shoes. Oh, thanks. Got 'em at store. Done.
Bam. Conversation filled.
It works because it's positive, low risk, low effort. It just smooths things over. Cheat code is a good way to put it. Efficient.
Okay, now this part I found really fascinating. Cultural small talk landmines. How these things differ.
Oh, absolutely. Huge differences.
Starting with Americans. Apparently when we ask, so what do you do? It can sometimes be heard as, How much money and status do you have?
Yeah, that interpretation exists. It highlights how a simple question can carry different weight depending on the culture.
It does make you think twice about asking it.
Especially if you're in a context where professional identity is really tightly linked to social standing, it can feel like sizing someone up, worth being aware of.
Definitely. Then the Brits. They're all right.
Yes, classic.
The source says the only correct response is basically, all right, back.
It's not usually a real question about your well-being.
It's more of a greeting, right?
Exactly. It's become idiomatic. Understanding that saves you from giving a long, detailed answer nobody was expecting.
Okay. And then Australians, down under, how are you going?
Similar vibe.
Translation, basically just, hello.
Pretty much. Not an invitation for your life story. It just shows how context is everything. A question here is just a greeting there.
You really need that cultural decoder ring sometimes.
Especially for smooth interactions, even quick ones.
And there was a pro tip about Canada, the tendency to apologize a lot.
Oh, the Canadian... Sorry.
Yes.
It's like, sorry, just gonna squeeze past... Oh, no, you go, sorry. The source says it's almost a bonding thing.
It's often seen that way, yeah. A kind of politeness marker, maybe a way to just smooth over tiny potential frictions. It's quite ingrained.
Oh.
Fascinating cultural habit.
A social lubricant, as the source called it.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. You're stuck. You need out. Escape plans for when you're dying inside.
The exit strategies. Crucial. First up, the phone save. You know, sudden, oh, sorry, just need to grab this while waving a silent phone.
A timeless classic. Works because it's plausible and non-confrontational.
Gives you that instant out.
Buys you a moment to disengage.
Then there's the beverage exit. Simple, I'm just going to top up my drink.
And then you just sort of drift away.
Strategic repositioning.
Exactly. Provides a natural reason to move, find a different spot, maybe a less intense conversation.
And my favorite, the British fade. Just a casual, right, better crack on.
And walk away.
No explanation needed.
Its genius is its vagueness, isn't it? It implies you have something important to do, but doesn't say what. Polite, but firm, and a bit mysterious.
I love it. There was another listener story here, too. Someone faked a sneeze to get out of a how's the family chat.
A fake sneeze. Seriously.
Yeah. They rated it 10-10, would sneeze again.
Wow. That really shows the desperation small talk can induce sometimes, doesn't it? The lengths people will go to.
Necessity is the mother of invention, I guess.
Or avoidance, maybe.
All right, so finally, the source issues a challenge to listeners. Become a small talk spy.
Ooh, I like this. Active learning.
3 parts. First, spot the script. Just start noticing those patterns. Hot enough for you. Sure is.
Become aware of the mechanics. See the matrix.
Yeah, step 1 is just noticing. Second, test generic compliments.
Put the cheat code into practice.
Try complimenting someone's shoes or coat or whatever. See if it works as advertised.
Low stakes experiment. Gather some data.
And third, escape artist. Try one of the exits. Phone, beverage, British fade.
Time to practice your moves.
The source mentions someone tried the better crack on at a party, and people just nodded. Understood completely.
See? It works. It's about feeling like you have some agency in these situations.
Gives you back a bit of control.
Exactly. Navigate on your own terms.
So wrapping this up, the big takeaway seems to be that small talk often is like a performance, like the source said.
With scripts and roles.
And learning those scripts, understanding the roles, and crucially, knowing the exit strategies, it can make it feel less dreadful, more manageable.
Definitely gives you tools for the toolbox.
So here's something to think about. Now that you're more aware of these scripts, these escape hatches, does that change how you see those everyday interactions?
Yeah, does knowing the rules make it feel more like a game you can actually navigate, maybe even win sometimes? Or does it take some of the spontaneity out of it? Something to ponder,